Hello everyone, Coyote Jack here, and I guess everyone saw what happened last week with the Chinese balloon flying across United States, especially in protected areas, restringent ones. So, for what I know, this balloon is not the first time, according to this article. This wasn't the first time Chinese balloon over the U.S. Why were the others ignored? Let's see. Given the hullabaloo over the Chinese surveillance balloon, you think something like this never happened before, but it has. At least four other times in recent years. According to US officials, Chinese balloons crossed over the US at least three times during the Trump administration, at least one other time early in the Biden administration. Okay, so we have a situation where tensions between countries, especially within US and Russia, and then you have the Chinese going after Taiwan. Um, l- let's not fool ourselves. This balloon that we saw in recently, it took them days to shut it down. Like, think this is a full incompetence from the U.S. Security Air Force, or well, security or U.S. Air Force, and not watching the sky and secure there is not unauthorized objects or vehicles flying across restricted areas. But again, this is this it looks like this is not the first time. If the mentioned Trump administration have it at least three times, and then Biden won, but they they don't acknowledge this. I don't know. However, the US was not aware of the Chinese incursions at the time. According to the Air Force Gen Lee Van Herk, the head of NORAD and the officer responsible for domestic air threats. Yeah, just like I said, they don't acknowledge that this was a problem until they realize, oh wait, everyone is pointing at us with this balloon. Like, oh, then they do decide to shut it down. Now they already collected the data. Good work. Yeah, you deserve a medal. You deserve. Ah man, I can't even take it just seriously. They are the jokes bright themselves with these guys. He told a news conference that the military only learned of the intrusions after they were pieced together by the intelligence community after they happened, like I mentioned before. As the NORAD commander, it's my responsibility to detect threats to North America, and that's a bankers. I will tell you what we did not detect those threats, and that as a domain awareness gap that we have to figure it out. Just do your job. It's it's not science at this point that you should do your job, but then the absolute innate of these organizations. I mean, just look at the Trump administration, how they attack him. Even this whole administration turned against him, and when he actually tells something logic that hey, you should work on this, we're having these issues. But well, the mainstream media and even the FBI, these whole organizations, come on, they they just will focus more on being corrupt pieces of shit than actually doing the job. Just look at the FBI; it's a full Stasi at this point. The intel community, after the fact, made us aware of those balloons that were probably approaching North America and transited North America. He added. US officials have not said precisely when or where those balloon incursions took place, or the intelligence committee was able to discover them in retrospect. Now, there were some people in Latin America say, specifically in Colombia, these Chinese balloons were spotted too. So it's happened across the world as far as I'm concerned. US officials say those incursions were brief, unlike the most recent one, which lasted for a week. Representative Michael Waltz, a Florida Republican, said defense officials identified the location of the previous balloon incursion when briefing lawmakers over the weekend. The Washington Post reported locations including Texas, Florida, Hawaii, and Guam. The Biden administration and the Pentagon say they offered to brief senior officials in the Trump administration about the incursions that took place during Donald Trump's time in office. Now I said, oh, Trump, God, he didn't made us war, and then when it comes Biden being useless sack of shit, and then, oh no, no, we are doing our job. Uh, uh, but my concern with this whole situation is that we are going to keep escalating this nonsense of conflict because again, they just want to show how powerful one is over and the others, and I don't think this is going to be very good at this point. Just look, for example, even the hypocrisy of the U.S. They didn't want to acknowledge when Trump was in office, when the Chinese flu happened, and we call it the Wuhan flu. Wuhan flu, and again they were just saying like you should not say that, it's just racist and you are a bigot, and these buzzwords they use only to shut up the criticism because everyone know that was the point of origin when this whole fiasco of pandemic happened, and it's not the first time they do that, but again, when it comes to the Chinese, they with this balloon, they say, "Oh, it's the Chinese where they should respect our area. They should not be doing that. There's going to be consequences." The amount of hypocrisy, I can't stand it. I can. I literally breaks my brain in trying to think in what coherent sentence they are going to spill out. At, at this point, everyone should be aware of this whole situation and stay on alert. We don't know what will happen next, so if you like this video, just give it a like and subscribe, and it's the comment section for you. Have a great day.